Welcome to Time in the Shade in Shady Oak Ministries. And now, the fake news. Arnold Schwarzenegger recently reported the traumatic experience of encountering a pastor who told him that he was free to make up his own mind about Jesus. What was so troubling to him? He used the word freedom in the poor man's presence. Following charges of rape, Andrew Tate has responded with the best legal defense in his favor. Reading Surah 2:223.
I see nothing.
The Chosen series have once again put themselves in the spotlight, condemning Christianity for its views of hedonistic lifestyles. In response, every Bible teacher worth listening to responded with 4 words. We told you so.
You know, on the bright side, at least they're admitting to these things now. So we've made some progress.
Jehovah's Witnesses have done us a favor in showing that Michael the Archangel is actually Satan. In 1 Kings 8 and Psalm 139, Jehovah alone is described as omnipresent. Yet the great blasphemer Michael claims in Matthew 28 and verse 20 that he'd be with all of his followers forever, regardless of where they were on the planet. Boy, I'm glad these modern-day Aryans pointed that out. I almost thought he was Jehovah.
I don't like where this is going.
The Biden administration has publicly condemned Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir's visit to the Temple Mount as, quote, a provocation of Muslims around the world, much like the existence of Israel itself.
You know, Ed, if I thought you weren't my friend, I just don't think I could bear it.
Bible critics have pointed out that it is inconsistent about whether or not Moses was a good speaker. Moses himself said that he wasn't a good speaker when trying to get out of returning to Egypt in Exodus 4 and verse 10. Whereas Stephen the martyr observed he was mighty in words and deeds in Acts 7:22. Whether you respect the opinion of a man talking about someone else 14 centuries after his death or not, it's worth mentioning that the Moses being spoken of by Stephen was under the age of 40 when speaking of his career in Egypt. A lot of skill can be lost after 40 years of neglect. Like these Bible critics, I'm sure they knew how to read at one point.
You can't be all that stupid.
Who says I can't?
And now for Time in the Shade's latest new game, Andy Stanley or Atheist, where we will play together a quote and figure out if it was stated by Andy Stanley or an atheist. The quote is, I believe in gay people. Some people are gay. They can't change. Was this quote stated by Andy Stanley or an atheist? I'll give you a few more seconds. Leave your answer in the comments. If you stated Andy Stanley, you'd be correct. Andy Stanley stated this quote on September 19th, 2019.
You are gay.
And that will be all. Thank you all for joining us. Good night and God bless.